Hey city builders, welcome back to Riverbend Peak County. I'm Red Ginger, and today we're diving into our biggest episode yet. We're talking a major zoning overhaul to bring in some fresh, mixed-use neighborhoods, rolling out our first bus system with routes covering every corner of the city and creating much-needed parking solutions, all while keeping our streets beautiful and walkable. Plus, we're adding essential communication services to keep our citizens connected. We've got it all lined up, from rezoning for density to setting up parks, parking, and public transit. So sit back, relax, and get ready to watch Riverbend Peak County level up. And remember, zone this channel to higher density by liking and subscribing if you're excited to see these changes come to life. Let's get into it. Let's rezone with purpose. We built this awesome couplet last episode to handle high volumes of traffic, but only expanded one side. As you can see, we have a lopsided skyline with low density over here, medium density, then our couplet rounds it out with some low density on the other side. Let's use this opportunity to rezone these first two blocks with medium density, housing, office, and mixed-use space. It will add some people, jobs, and height to our skyline. Alright, let's start out, pause, and delete some of these lots. We need to pause the game because our demand bars are pretty much full, so it would rezone right away. We'll put some mixed use buildings along our collectors. Oh, and we also have a few holdouts in these blocks as the developers couldn't get them to sell, just like Carl from the movie Up. Let us know in the comments if you'd hold out too. So let's just keep clearing out more of these houses. And businesses as well. So now that we've deleted a lot of these, we have to make sure we clear the actual zoning that's there until we rezone, just in case we accidentally unpause it, because I'd hate to have to go and re-delete everything. Alright, let's get zoning our new land uses. Okay, so you might be thinking he left a bunch of spaces. If you saw the last episode, I did the same thing across the couplet. It's intentional. I'm leaving the space for parks and parking, which is coming up soon in the episode. So stick around, you won't want to miss it. So let's get this going and get these buildings built. it's going to look nice. Now that this neighborhood zoning has developed, you can see that our skyline is more balanced and centered by the couplet. It's a lot nicer on the eyes. And as we move forward, we're going to go ahead and probably expand this neighborhood a little bit further back here, but that's not for this episode. Alright, so we've added all these houses and some jobs, but let's check our unemployment rate. Yep, it's pretty high. Let's get on that. Let's do some terraforming to get the ground level and cut out next to our bridge. I like that they've added this view so that you can see what's underground while terraforming. Because you can see we need to remove this old sewer pipe. We can connect it closer to the outlet, which is more efficient anyway. Alright, now that that's done, let's get started with some terraforming. Oh wait, it looks like, yep, this building burnt down. Oh man, we were too focused on the rezoning across the river that we didn't see that this was a fire. I said last episode to roast me if we have a fire, and I didn't build a fire department. So anyway, in the comments, please roast me like the poor Sims who were carted away a few minutes ago. With this, we need to build a fire station to ensure it doesn't happen again. Placement for this fire station will be key. We will want to make sure we place it centrally and near a collector and arterial. Our police station is right here, so let's check out next door. Looks like it'd be a good fit. Let's see what we have to do to get this placed. To delete this path. And also do a little bit of terraforming afterwards. And we just gotta clean up some of the land around it. Now we have a centrally located fire station, but we gotta add this path back because people actually use this. We also have to walk all the way down to the couplet and then take a left and then take another left to just get back to these neighborhoods. Alright, let's delete that burned down place and get back to adding jobs. Back to prepping for zoning our industrial area. Let's cut into our land with our terraforming tools, and then we can place our traditional 175 by 122 grid for our industrial area. Let's add back our pedestrian path because people actually use this, just like the other one. Okay, we can place our service roads and then we'll finally zone, but let's get these in here first. Also, we need to be conscientious of the topography when we zone, so we're not just going to go blanket zoning. Alright, this is looking good. It's a little hilly over here, so we'll have to consider that. Alright. Let's go back across the river and add some additional office zoning to help close up unemployment. Delete houses as a developer has bought the land and has asked for a zoning change. We agreed. Let's clean up the industrial area and add more. Now that we've added all those jobs, let's look at our unemployment numbers. So this isn't terrible, and as our businesses level up, they'll employ more people. Let's improve happiness by implementing services. So, as you can see, we don't have very reliable mail or internet service, so let's get started by implementing a post office. So we're going to go ahead and add a post office to each of our neighborhoods with some mailboxes. Now we only need to do the small post office because we don't have a lot of Sims here. And we'll add the bigger post office later. So let's find a good spot for this. That's not bad, but it's on a collector. It's going to generate traffic. So let's find a local road that's right off of a collector. How about right behind these offices we just zoned? This is perfect. Look at that. That lights up that whole neighborhood. Now let's pick this side. Nope. No, here we go. This is like the perfect spot. Fits like a glove. It's on a collector, but it's far enough down. So let's do it. Yeah, that lights up the whole area. And we're just going to put mailboxes down here. We don't really need a post office, but this is just going to help the situation. Just light these streets up green. But we'll still put some mailboxes in these neighborhoods so people can drop off their parcels and letters. Oh, perfect. Look how green this is. So our score should flip here from negative to positive, so let's see. It'll take a little bit of time for these mail trucks to come out and influence the community, right? That they're reliable and good. So let's give that a little bit of time, and in the meantime, we can implement internet because people were really mad about that. So let's get that going under the same menu. So people want to scroll Facebook, Instagram, X, you name it, whatever it's called. And let's see, where can we put this? That's not too bad, but actually that telecom tower is pretty good compared to this radio mast. I think let's unlock it. I mean, it's, yeah, 4 development points, but it's really important. This is going to do us well. Let's check it out. Let's see, that was all orange and yellow. Yeah. It's like, we need a couple of them. This guy, look at that guy. It's bigger, it's little noisier, I think. But we only need one for this entire city, so this is awesome. I think once the population increases, we'll have to add more, and we can add the server farm and stuff. But for 125,000 bucks, like, we can implement internet in this entire city with just one building. Look at that. We can even put it here, and it still covers the whole city. Oh, perfect. All right, let's check it out. Let's see. Like, we got mail, internet service. Oh my gosh, these people are loving it. Love the mail. They love the internet. Happiness is up. This is perfect. I mean, we have lack of entertainment, but we're going to fix that a little bit later when we implement parks and parking lots. Yeah, I mean, taxes aren't terrible. I mean, we still need the money, but the demand is high. We don't plan on zoning anymore right now, so let's just take their money, right? Oh no. We need to fix this. So let's take care of our electricity because we should not be paying $30,000 a month for electricity when we can spend $25,000 one time on a windmill. Let's see. Yeah. This could improve, but like, we don't really have much space left that has good wind, so we'll go with that. Do we need another one? No, not right now. Yeah, let's commit. Then we should need something for a little bit. We'll put our upgrades on all of these and just make sure we're set. And we should flip the script on buying a bunch of electricity and selling it. So that transformer will help. I do gotta say it's a godsend to have that transformer, but it can also bite us because, right, it silently buys us power. So now we flipped it. I love it. And I bet you the budget's flipped too. So yeah, we're not buying it anymore. And we're selling it just barely. So we'll probably have to touch this up later too. All right, so our population has increased by about 2,000 people since we started this. So this is awesome. So we have all of those electricity and our internet. So let's embrace this population increase and focus on some of our education, because clearly, yeah, we're over capacity. We only have 2 small elementary schools. Yeah, our high school is probably there too, but let's move. Yeah, let's consider moving our elementary schools and get a regular size elementary school on King Acres side. So we're gonna pick this baby up and we're gonna move it because it's so realistic. So we have 2 small elementary schools servicing Myrtle Gardens, and then we'll have one nice big one servicing King Acres. So let's move it. Oh, it's so heavy. 12,000 bucks. I'll take it. Oh wait. Do we have enough for the the elementary school before we do that? Oh yes. Okay, good. Whew. All right, I was a little nervous for a second. All right, back to the lifting show here. Let's lift this baby up and put her down. Gotta make sure we change our service area from King Acres to Myrtle Gardens. Perfect. And now we can go ahead and put our regular size elementary school right in this area as well. We don't have to go too far. We can use the other stuff for high school, but we don't have enough for the other high school, so we can do that at a different time as well. Accept the fact. Let's assign the district, call this good, and see how our schools balance out. I want to say we should be close to capacity on both of them. So we'll have to see. All right. Let's see, we're all good. Let's see, police, fire. Yep, our death care's perfect. Our clinic, oh. That's not beautiful. All right, let's... Yeah, I think this regular clinic is going to be the better bet for us to implement because it quadruples the capacity. And I mean, the cost is there, but we can afford it with our budget and our current initial investment. So I think we need one over here in King Acres. That will help. Yeah, they're always going to complain about unreliable healthcare until you implement a hospital, but we definitely don't have enough money for that. So let's see. Good unemployment. Look at all these upgrades. This is perfect. It's nice that these buildings transition and switch as they upgrade as well, so it looks a little bit nicer too. Look at all that. Oof. Alright, this is getting balanced. It's about half. Oof. These are all full. Alright, let's make this 500 and 500 for these elementary schools, so this should help us. Yeah, so now we have the same amount as the other side, so 1,000 on each side for capacity. So, perfect. Yeah, this is, that's a rough one. We don't have enough for the actual school, so I think we can add the extension wing at some point if we really need it. So let's see education to see what we need. Oh, yeah. There are 1,000 eligible students and we only have 500. Ouch. Yeah, we need way too much money that we don't have for that high school. So let's... Yeah, we wouldn't meet our capacity for the... if we switched it out, so... Yeah, so I'm thinking, let's just do the upgrade and call that good. And once we finish putting this in here, we'll probably round out our service session of this video and we can implement other stuff because this should definitely help. It's not going to meet our demand completely, but this will just get us by. So there we go. We've got all of our services set. Let's make our first bus lines. All right, so let's get started by talking through, like, we have a lot of traffic during our early morning and evening commutes from our industrial areas and our out of the city. And I think the area will be best served by reducing traffic flow from our neighborhoods here and encouraging public transit rides. So we just need to consider where we're going to put our bus depot, our bus station, also our bus stops too. So there's plenty of spots that we can add our bus depot. So one of them, I'm thinking maybe we can add our bus depot back here, but we'd have to change this intersection because there's going to be a lot of traffic coming from here with the buses. And yeah, that's not going to work. So we can also look at some other spots to make sure that we are thinking about it completely. So we could use this flattened area that we did for possibly an additional industrial zone, which this looks nice. It's far enough away from a collector and our arterial, so but still close enough to service everything. The other spot that we can do is kind of look back. I'm kind of like, yeah, back here. But it's kind of tight, so let's check it out. Let's see if it'll fit. Wow, look at that. Half of a zone 8. Not even a half, like maybe a third. Does it fit here? I don't want to put it on that because it's on a collector then. Let's rotate it and let's see. And of course, we're like a half of a zoning cell outside of the zone. Let's just see. Is this a perfect storm? Oh, it fits right here perfectly. I think this is our spot. Let's do it. Yeah. I like it. There's some space for some of the upgrades too, but oh man, we're out of money. All right. Well, about that. So I'm planning on having bus routes for each side, and also looking at having our bus station in our couplet. But let's see, how close are we? Oh, 150,000. That would do us well. Yep. So we just need to let it run for a couple, and we should get to level 6. Yeah, because we don't want to put it over here. We want to really make sure it's centralized and do a bus area for each one of these. So that'll be key. And then we're going to look at putting a bus route, at least leaving the city. Maybe we'll do up there. And that encourages people to use the bus to leave. But we can place our bus stops, and this gives us XP. So I would think we should hit our milestone where we can go ahead and add our bus station, the small one, because we don't need the big guy. And in this area, we're just going to use regular bus stops, nothing too fancy. Once we get to our... there we go. There's our money. But let's finish placing our stops. Let's go. We're just going to go around here, and then it's going to come out the collector road there and down this arterial. And now let's get our stops set up over here in King Acres. We'll use our fancy stops. Increased comfort. And so let's see. We're going to put our bus depot right in here. So I want to make sure we're following the road appropriately. There we go. One by our schools. Let's put it in front of the elementary school. High schoolers can walk across the street. Travel down. Perfect. And then one more over here. That'll be awesome. Yeah, that'll be good. And then it'll just connect right there at the depot. So we're going to go right around. And we're going to put it here. I can already see where we're putting it. So it's going to look nice. But now we can get these stops and figure out the flow, because I do not want left turns out of that bus station. We're only going to do right turns. So let's get our stop set. So it's going to come down this road. Because a right turn out and a right turn in. Yeah, because we can't go that way. So we got to go this way. And right in there. By our elementary school. We'll go around. And we can't go too far up, but we can just go right here. So we have to swing it back because we have to come down our collector road to get out of here. So I think that should service that area, and then that will be good. All right. That's perfect. Now let's get this stuff set up. Let's see how this fits. So I want to put it here, but we textured it, and I don't use Anarchy or any mods, so we have to delete the texture before we can place the building. Super frustrating, but whatever. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so I'm going to put it set back so that there's space for our buses to actually come in and go out. And I'm going to put it by this pedestrian path because I'm going to want to connect it at some point. So let's see. Yeah, it's kind of in the middle, lined up. I think, yeah, we're good. Let's do it. So in this case, I just want one-way streets because that's all we need. Let's try it. Ooh, that's interesting. We'll just curve it out because at some point, well, I just kind of want to make like a circle here, kind of like a turnaround. Yeah, this is getting kind of weird. Connected here, and then we do one. Yeah, it's looking kind of clunky. These poor trees. All right, let's restrict our turns and our crosswalks. I don't like it. Yeah, let's use the right tool. I think this is going to give us a good circle. There you go. This should hopefully connect us. Oh, yeah, let's go. Oh, there we go. Look at that circle. A little off center, but it's a lot better than it was before. All right, got that restricted. Crosswalks out. Nobody needs to walk to the middle. And all right. Now, let's see. Yeah, so it's only right turns here. So let's get rid of all of our left turns. So no left turns out, no left turns in. Yeah, that's perfect. So it's a right turn in and a right turn out. And that's how it's going to flow so that we can keep this moving. We're probably going to make this, right turn lane and a lane to the right accepting it. Let's see. That's perfect. It's got its own dedicated lane. Love it. Perfect. All right, let's add some bus lanes in here. This is going to work out good. We just upgrade this. Go straight, so then we have bus lanes there going all the way around. So the service vehicles will still use this as well, but we won't have just random traffic coming in here and driving around. So it'll be good. All right, let's see what else. Let's make big sidewalks so people can walk around it nicely. Perfect. Some grass on the inside. So it looks nice. And of course we can't put anything there. There's some trees. Makes this pretty. We'll put them on the outside too, why not? I like that you can put trees on the sidewalk. Kind of wish they came with like little grates, kind of like you'd see in a bigger city. There you go, make this nice and pretty. Now, yeah, let's start drawing our bus lines. So we'll do what we already planned and talked about. So here we go. All right, now that we have our bus routes drawn, let's check out the buses coming out of here. So they should be here shortly. Yep, there they are. But let's name our bus lines too. So we have bus line 1. We're gonna make that yellow. Our buses are gonna be yellow too. And let's name this industrial, so we know it's coming to our industrial park. And then which one's which? Usually highlights it. Let's see. Because then we can name one Myrtle Gardens and then the other one's King Acres. So bus line 2 is King Acres. Let's make that one a... Oh, where'd it go? Dark... No, Alright, well I guess Myrtle Gardens is dark blue because it switched on us after we renamed it. Let's stick with that one, dark blue. Make this one back to turquoise or whatever for Myrtle Gardens, which will change towards the end with some feedback here. All right, let's check out our bus station. Let's see what's cooking. All right, so we got people getting on and off the buses here, and it even looks like they're transferring to some of the other buses. Oh, we forgot to add our pedestrian path. Oh man, you guys should have told me. All right, so we got all these people that were walking around, and they got to try and get to the center if they're walking from neighborhoods. So let's try and get this downward pat. I'm just gonna curve it and connect it. So let's see how this goes. Connect this. That was a lot harder than it needed to be. I mean, pedestrian paths are super helpful, but sometimes they can be all finicky and stuff. So, anyway, now we got people who are going to start taking our pedestrian path here and walk down to our bus station, which is spectacular. Now they won't be crossing the street or running across the street here illegally and getting there. Look at that. Alright, one thing we forgot to implement was our outside bus line. So another thing, man, why didn't you guys tell me? But this is definitely going to help our traffic coming in and out of our city. Instead of taking taxis or personal vehicles, they're going to take the bus, which is very helpful. Perfect. And for this bus line, I'm just going to name it whatever it is. It's Chatham, I think. Yeah, Chatham. And I'm going to make this black so that our buses are black for the going out and the bus lines out. And we don't need all these buses because it's based on distance. And because we're traveling all the way out, it's like, hey, you need like 700 buses. So let's check it out. The first one should be coming out here shortly. Oh, there it is. All right, we have to pretty this up because we had to get rid of our textures or trees, you name it. So let's bring those back. Let's extend this bus stop because now we're getting congestion because now we're overlapping lines. So let's extend it. Let's move the out of the city connection to the, to the back, to those two new stalls we added. You can just click and drag, which is awesome. And then it'll drag it back. You gotta be careful though to make sure it's not adding a stop, but that worked out perfect. So now everyone who wants to leave the city is gonna move back there and wait for the bus. Perfect. So now we've prettied this up. We got a nice little bus stop and our bus station. We have a nice plaza. Of course, not official though, but let's clean up these trees and put them back to what they were before we made all those mistakes with the other roads. So this will be good. And then it'll be whole again. It'll look perfect. I think it was hickory maybe, or elm, or birch. Let's see, nope, not that guy. Yeah, the hickory. Oh, that looks just like it. Perfect. All right. So with that, we have our completed bus station and bus area, and people are riding our buses. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, that's decent numbers, especially for something just starting out. So here we go. We're all done with our buses. All right, now that we got buses out the way, let's do parks and parking. All right, so this is going to be a fun and tricky experience because we have to utilize the spaces that we planned for and fit parking lots and parks in here. I mean, honestly, it'd probably be easier to do this ahead of time, but hey, we're going to do some trial and error when it comes to putting our parking lots in our park in here because it's going to be a little bit more realistic too for all of these bigger buildings to have parking lots nearby. So this is going to be good. Take some of this off-street parking or on-street parking and put it off-street. We're going to try also not to connect any alleyways to make through streets so that we don't have traffic cutting through. And so this is going to be for both sides. All right, and first we got to unlock the parking and our parks. We have to do the park services, but we don't need our large parks, but sports parks are going to come in handy. So let's get going. Alright, this is going to be a tough space because all these parking lot options aren't really going to fit, so it's going to be a little more complicated. But let's add a pedestrian path so people can walk through, and then actually, wait a second, let's add an alleyway because there's a little 2x2 back there where we can put a park. So, I did say we shouldn't connect it all the way through, but let's just do it. And so we can add a tennis court probably? Yeah, let's add a tennis court, but we have to add a small park. Let's do an outside gym. Oh, we have to turn all the snapping off because of course it's not going to work. There we go. And now that whole space has been actually filled in. Let's see. Yeah, that fits perfect. Alright, so we filled all of our available spaces we had planned for. So let's just double check. We have that little area there, but that's intentional to be empty. But yeah, no, I think we did a good job here. So now all of our areas have parks, parking. All of these buildings have off-street parking, which is spectacular. We have playgrounds, dog parks, outdoor recreation. This is good. People shouldn't be complaining about leisure at all. Yeah, look at that. Oh, positive. This is great. So that's going to help us out. All right, let's enhance and beautify our roads. So now that winter is finally set on Riverbend Peak County, and we've implemented our parks and parking, we can go ahead and take this to the next step and remove parking from our collector roads and some of our other streets to make things safer and to force people to park in our off-street parking. So let's go ahead and get started and clean this up and make this look beautiful. So stay tuned. All right, now that we have all of this set, let's add some trees to our median here. Make this pretty. Oh, let's make this pretty. And some of the other things too we could look at. Yeah, all of our streets are set. Let's make this roundabout beautiful. We don't need such a big one. Let's add a big one with some beauty. And let's do that to our other roundabouts up here. The bigger the roundabout, the more traffic it can handle. Plus, these ones look pretty. Probably have to blow these up once we implement trams at some point in our life, but alright, city builders, it's time to rename some districts based on your feedback. Once again, Trusty Frank came through with a fantastic suggestion for King Acres. He proposed renaming it to Serenity Shores. Honestly, I love it. So let's get that updated right now. I gotta make sure I spell this right. So not only do we have that, we have to update our bus line too, because we have King Acres. So let's go ahead and change that one too to Serenity Shores so that we know what we're doing. And that makes total sense because of that cemetery and just that peacefulness. And honestly, I feel like he can see the future because I have some things planned, particularly for this area that I think would look nice against here. That would fill that out. So we'll save that for a future episode. And now for Myrtle Gardens, I didn't get a name suggestion from the community this time, but I've got to say, Myrtle is really growing on me. Maybe we keep the Myrtle and swap out Gardens for something else. What do you think? Myrtle Crossings or Myrtle Commons? Since it's packed with mixed use and walkable spaces, I think it'd be a really good vibe. So let's change Myrtle Gardens to Myrtle Commons. Let me know if you think this is ridiculous, right? But I think this would be a nice fit. Hit enter. Myrtle Commons. It is now set. Now we gotta change our bus line as well from Garden to Commons. And I think that's nice because we have all of this mixed use development that we just added, as well as just a bunch of walkable space with, offices, parking lots, commercial space. You got Carl's house right here. You know what? Let's change River's name to Carl. I don't know what Carl's last name is either from the movie. I probably do, but maybe we'll change that as well. But we'll make this Carl. Although they didn't have any kids. It was a tragic movie. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. It's a good one. So there you have it. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love hearing your creative ideas, so let them come. And that's a wrap on today's upgrades, city builders. Riverbend Peak County is looking more connected, vibrant, and livable than ever. From the new zoning and transit to parks, parking, and beautification, we're setting the stage for a thriving modern city. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching the journey unfold. Your support really helps bring these projects to life. So if you've enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and zone this channel to higher density by subscribing if you already haven't. Got ideas for what we should tackle next? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear what you're thinking. Until next time, keep creating cities and controlling chaos. See you in the next episode.